These are your single leg hinge progressions. The muscles worked are the hamstrings, glutes and trunk. Patterns is going to be if you're picking up an object or moving a heavy object fast, and the demands are high levels of hip and trunk stability along with coordination and a great deal of focus. So it's going to be 10 reps and then you move on to the next progression if you hit the low progression. So for this exercise it's more of an activation, so it's your split stance good morning, so you can just use a stick or a PVC pipe like here, and we're just getting used to that hip hinge action. From there it goes into our split stance deadlift. This one, it's 10 reps each side. Once you hit 24 kilograms for females and 32 kilograms for males, you'll move on to the next progression. And you can see I'm trying to really load up the hamstrings of the front leg. So it's the front leg that's working, guys. I'm trying to really sit the hips back, load up the back of that front leg. And then once I feel that full stretch, stand tall. And as I'm standing tall, I'm thinking about pulling the floor back, and that's going to help me really squeeze my glutes as I come through. From there, progression number 3 is our elevated split stance good morning. Again, we use this as an activation, making sure we can feel that hip hinge, feel that loading of the bow, that loading of the hamstrings, glutes, every time we sit back into that position. So yeah, 10 reps. If you can feel every single rep for 10 reps in this position, then you would move on to the next progression, which is going to be your elevated split stance deadlift. So just like before, this time we've got our foot on that slightly elevated surface. It's going to load up that front leg a little bit more. Again, the load here is we're going to try and hit 24 kilograms for females and 32 for males for 10 reps each side. And again, you're really focusing on loading that bow, sitting them hips back, so you load the bow, load the back of the legs. From there we go into the single leg good morning. So again, this is more of an activation. Can we perform 10 reps without losing our balance? And again, really feeling like we're loading up the back of that front leg, or the back of the working leg, stance leg. So with this one, once again, you want to be able to perform 10 reps without losing your balance and making sure that every single rep you feel the hamstrings and glutes stretch and then squeeze as you come up at the top. From there we go into our single leg deadlift. The progression for weight here is to be able to do 10 reps with a 24 kilogram for females and a 32 kilogram for males, making sure that we keep that nice straight line from head to heel. Notice how I'm trying to pull the heel back towards the wall, and I'm imagining that I'm holding a football between the toe and the shin, so I'm keeping that ankle nice and stiff. From there we go into the more advanced ones, so it's our single leg clean. So it's exactly the same as a single leg hinge or single leg deadlift, but from there we're driving through, holding that clean position without the foot touching the floor, and then repeating again. You should be able to perform this one every single rep without touching the floor with the other leg. 10 reps each side, 12 kilograms for females and 20 for males. And then you've got your single leg snatch where it's going straight overhead, so we hinge back and then we explosively drive through, kettlebell finishing that overhead position as the knee comes through, and that's going to be 8 kilograms for females for 10 reps without letting your foot touch the floor, and 12 kilograms for males. It's suggested here that you keep your eyes fixed on an object, and that'll help you with your balance.